I don't know if it's pronounced Year of the Duque or Year of the Duque. I don't know. What I do know is that Steve Saka of Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust has an incredible palate and a very weird sense of humor. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And this right here is the Year of the Duque. Now, it's D-U-Q-U-E. Is that Duque? Is it Duque? I don't know. I did reach out to Steve to find out, and I didn't get an answer back before we recorded the show. So blame him if I'm pronouncing it wrong. This right here is a 5x48, which means it's 5 inches long. Always makes Fingers Malloy laugh. And the ring gauge is a 48. That's the diameter of the cigar or how thick it is around. Again, with the laughter. That was a good one.
Thank you.
That was world class. So a 64 ring gauge is a full 1 inch around. So this is a short, petite cigar. This is the 5 inches, the classic Robusto size, but I don't think he refers to this as a Robusto. Saka, so I was in Maryland last week, and I was at Capital Cigar in Bethesda. Capital Cigar, interesting spot. Enjoyed it quite a bit, and they carry some Dunbarton, and I got to have myself a Saka Con, which is one of my favorite smokes. I dig what Dunbarton does. I liked what Steve did when he was at Drew Estate. I consider the Feral Flying Pig amongst my top 5 cigars ever. I can have one anywhere at any time, Fingers. The Feral Flying Pig.
Now I have Saka Khan in my head,
Right?
like it's like Shaka Khan, but you change it because I'm a marketing genius.
Genius right
Saka
there.
Khan.
And this has got the classic pigtail. What makes this interesting is the collaboration or the merging together of these tobaccos. So this is a Habano Rosado Ecuadorian wrapper. So you would think big spice, big punch, big hit. But it is Mexican San Andreas in the binder, and the filler is Nicaraguan and Pennsylvania broadleaf. That's a lot happening, man. That's a lot of very specific flavor going on. I will tell you what, this wrapper is gorgeous. Touch of grit on the wrapper, a little bit of oil on the wrapper, and it is a gorgeous. It's actually a mottled brown, but not with blacks. Just there's a little hint of black, like smattering. It's brown mottled with kind of like other browns. It's really, actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back. It is not mottled. It is much more of a leather brown here with just a little sprinkling of black in it. It's a beautiful wrapper.
Yeah, I would show my cigar, but I've got a Band-Aid on my finger for those that are watching us on YouTube, and nobody needs to get a close-up of that.
Can't believe you told anybody.
Band-Aid on the finger. Well, they can
That's
see
gross.
it. They can see it if they're
Yeah,
watching
but
on
nobody
YouTube.
needs to hear about it.
Eat, Drink, Smoke on the YouTubes. But I'll tell you, this.
And I did do a cut on this as opposed to just pulling the pigtail off.
That's where I was just about to go because usually you're like, oh, I got a pigtail. I'm going to bite that pigtail right off.
I was already in it with the cutter, and I just decided to finish it. I wonder if Steve would be okay with using a V-cut on this because at 5 inches, maybe you don't want to lose any part of it. But with plenty of Robustos, I do a straight cut. I do think Steve does some of the more unique and worthy cigars that are out there. I think that construction-wise, everything has always been absolutely perfect. But he's really good at the marketing, especially as he explains things. If you follow him, let's say on Facebook, he goes really into depth with what's going on with this cigar, what's going on with the marketplace, what's going on with tariffs, because he does so much work in Nicaragua, and you've got the tariffs that are there, so the 10%. So he really gets into, I can't answer this. We're trying to price this. We've been eating the cost here. We have to pass along the cost there. So he's a really interesting resource while being very, very creative.
Can we revisit what you just said about a V-cut on a 48 ring gauge? Is that something you would normally do on...
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't, because at what moment am I having 48 ring gauge Robustos, right? 48 5-inch cigars. That's not where I smoke. Oh my God, there's a lot happening here. Holy crap. That is not where I smoke. So I don't know if I would do it naturally or not. On a like a 50 or 52, it wouldn't even dawn on me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't dawn on me. But on this, it did dawn on me a little bit.
So here's my question to you.
Wow.
Is I lit this. I'm about 5 minutes ahead of you on this cigar. And I was surprised initially. I was expecting more of a pepper or spice hit. And I didn't get that right away. It was more of a little bit of wood and then some cocoa. And then, boy, all of a sudden it's starting to creep up on me. Yeah. What you're saying? Wow.
I am not there. Wow was the richness. It wasn't a spice wow. It was really rich off the front. There is a cedar thing that's happening.
Yep.
For sure. But really cheek to cheek full in the smoke. You don't often get that. I happen to love that. I look for that. Right now I feel it on the tongue. I feel just a little bit of a coating on the tongue. And also, it's going to sound stupid. It's going to sound really dumb. There is like a, what is that? There's a burnt, there's a char, there's a smoky. There's a little bit of a smoky. So it started cedar, it got into this fullness, and now there's a little bit of a char smoky thing going on. And so far, I mean, I'm just 2 puffs into it.
So would you say that mouthfeel you're talking about, would you describe that as chewy?
Ooh. No. I wouldn't. But I mean, if you do, you do. No. I don't get a chewy feel. Like like sometimes I'll talk about something being like a nutty cream, right? Like when you're chewing on an almond, let's say, you got some almonds there and you're chewing on them and it gets a little like pasty in your mouth, like that. I happen to love that flavor. I think, adore that flavor. No, not what I'm getting here. I do not get a chewiness from this, but there is so much moving here. The wood is almost like a ribbon in between the richness and that what's the right word, the char. The that's where I'm at with the smoke. And you as you are a little bit more into it. And at 5" by 48, it's gonna smoke quick. Slow down, everybody.
So like I said, when I first lit this, it's much more of a wood cedar. And I was getting a little bit of cocoa right off the bat. As I'm getting into this, there is a pepper starting to pick up for me. What's 2 things that I love about the cigar right away. First of all, and I know it's nitpicky, but again, the cigar band, nice, beautiful, simple. I know it's ridiculous, but it's becoming a real pet peeve of mine.
I see this.
And then second of all, even though it's 5 by 48. The hand feels still pretty good on this, isn't it?
Yeah, it does feel good. By the way, I just tried to retrohale. Still couldn't do it. Still, I just sat there and tried to bring it through the sinuses. Dang it, can't do it. Yeah, and the band is beautiful in the red and the gold, and really that to give it that Asian flair because it's the year of the Duque, or is it Duke? Named after Chris Duque, or is it Duque, who works there at a Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. Is this in the humidor? We will get into that coming up. Also, some fantastic bourbon to try. Oh, no way. I'm sorry. Tennessee whiskey. Keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Fingers Malloy, are you looking for a freebie?
Who isn't in this economy?
That was well done.
Thank you.
Well delivered. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That's America's favorite freebie amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. The people over there at Eat This Not That want you. Oh, excuse me. I got all choked. I got so choked up thinking about you and a freebie. 8 chain restaurants for the best birthday freebies. Have you ever gone to a restaurant for the birthday freebie after the age of 12?
Yes.
Okay. You're a terrible person.
Why?
Because it's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
Because you're a grown man. Act like it.
I'm a grown man.
Grown man. What are you going to freebies for?
Because it's free and it's tasty. Because we should all be able to unite around the idea that sometimes mozzarella sticks should be on the house.
You got my vote. These are 8 places where you can get something for free on your birthday. Starting with Red Robin. By the way, there is an amazing story. Oh, this wasn't in the Wall Street Journal. This was a story about how Red Robin was dominating, and how they took care of the customer, and how after, I think, was it a purchase, or they were talking about like, how can we like reduce some costs? And they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of busboys. So they got rid of busboys. And what happened? It took longer to clear tables, and then service slowed down. Then wait times went up, and everything went to hell. If you don't take care of the customer first, nothing else can happen. And I would love to hear if someone from Red Robin catches this show and then could say like, hey, here's really what went on, or somebody knows a little bit more. I forget where I read it. It was an amazing piece.
That makes sense. I mean, not just the fact that you're not turning over tables fast enough, but also if dirty dishes are on tables longer than they should be, and you're sitting there trying to enjoy your meal and you're looking over and there's a half-eaten burger just sitting there for 25 minutes.
That's not right.
Yeah, it grosses you out.
It does.
Especially when you're spending $16, $17 on a hamburger.
$17.
I think Red Robin has gotten a little pricey.
Well, I think that's standard these days.
It's true.
But here are the deals. You sign up for, I don't know, maybe their app. You get a free appetizer with your first purchase. Then on your birthday, you get a free birthday milkshake. You don't even have to make a purchase. But if you spend just $10 throughout the year, you get a free birthday burger. So you can go on your birthday, get a burger, get a milkshake, and then get all sorts of lactose intolerant gassy.
Wow. Jeez. What's your birthday like if you can't have a burger and a milkshake?
That's all I'm looking for in this world.
See? But right there, you criticize me saying, Fingers, you're a child because you want to get a freebie on your birthday. Red Robin is saying, listen, happy birthday, Tony. Here's a burger and a milkshake. And if you request it, they may make you a shamrock shake.
No, that's only McDonald's. And this is the season. We are officially, can I get a little bit of applause? We're in Shamrock Shake season.
It's beautiful.
This is the greatest thing ever happened to me. I love the Shamrock Shake. I met my first wife drinking a Shamrock Shake. That's a true story. She's still my wife, please. Starbucks. You have to be a Starbucks rewards member for at least 7 days before your birthday, and your birthday has to be listed on your account. And you can get a free handcrafted drink of your choice, any size, any customization. And you well know that if you've been to Starbucks recently, that could be worth $30,000.
That's true. Wow. So you have to have your birthday, the exact date, shared with them in the app. Doesn't that creeps me out a little?
Everybody's sharing everything. The idea, listen, we are the last generation that actually thinks privacy is a thing.
Yeah, it's true.
These people don't care. It's crazy. It's gross. It is very wrong.
I don't want Starbucks knowing my birthday. It's un-American.
Starbucks or them knowing your birthday?
You know what? Both.
That's what we thought. We know Starbucks is never going to be a sponsor. And I want you to know right now, we don't care. We don't. Firehouse Subs, you like the Firehouse Subs, don't you?
I do like the Firehouse Subs.
You like the Penn Station more than the Firehouse.
I like Penn Station. I like Jersey Mike's. It's really, really hard to screw up a sandwich.
Oh, I don't believe that to be true. Wrong bread, wrong condiments, not enough liquid to make the bread meat ratio come together.
I'm talking about a sandwich company. Yes, you could screw up a sandwich, but I don't understand how sandwich companies can somehow go out of business unless they get a little too big for their britches.
You mean like Quiznos?
I'm looking at you, Quiznos. I really liked Quiznos back in 2000.
Yes. Oh, they were the pets.com of sandwiches. Firehouse free medium sub to members on their birthday. You have to have made a purchase in the last 6 months and make a minimum $1 purchase during the redemption window. Yep. I'm out. Firehouse, let it all burn down. Redemption windows. Redemption windows. I'm not doing any work. What are you talking about?
By the way, that's what we're going to call people's birthdays from now on here on Eat, Drink, Smoke. Happy redemption window.
Way, way, way too much work right there. You lost me. Applebee's, and I know you do love the Applebee's. You come in for a free birthday treat, a dessert on your birthday. If you're a member of Club Applebee's, you will get a free treat and a singing serenade from servers. I am also out. Nope.
Can you read that last sentence again, including Club Applebee's?
Wait. What? Who signed up for their email club? In advance, we'll get a free treat and a singing serenade from the servers. Hit it.
It's Club Applebee's.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were going to say you were doing the club thing.
Yeah, I was doing the whole club thing, but there is nothing worse.
Yeah.
Well, there are plenty of other things that could be worse than doing the weird birthday song at chain restaurants because they can't actually sing happy birthday. So you have like random servers going, happy, happy, happy birthday. It's your special day. Happy, happy birthday. It's your redemption window. Remember that?
Right. Oh, yeah. That old ditty.
Redemption window.
That classic. Timeless, originally sung by Bing Crosby.
See, I thought you were going to go with Philip Glass. Oh.
Can't steal your jokes. Now, here's one I did not know about at all. McDonald's.
What?
If you get the app, as you have suggested many times, numerous times, that with the McDonald's app, all things are possible. Fingers got the McDonald's app, got him a point off his mortgage.
So true.
McDonald's rewards members get a free medium fry on their birthday, no purchase required. That, ladies and gentlemen, free McDonald's fries. And with the app, you get 20% off all Best Buy purchases.
I don't think that's true.
You will get 30% off from the Crutchfield catalog.
I don't even know what that is.
And half off Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward, that takes me back. Wow.
Oh, are you kidding?
This show is a time machine.
You get 50% from the Dak catalog. Does no one else remember Dak?
No.
Oh, I'm one of the people who fell for that crap. Oh, you don't really remember the Dak catalog?
I have no. Was this an East Coast thing?
Maybe. But mistakes were made.
I went to school with the DAC catalog.
Keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Eat, Drink, Smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That's Fingers Malloy. You find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. This is the year of the Duque. Or is it Duque? I honestly don't know. From Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, this 5x48 Ecuadorian Habano Rosado wrapper. You've got Mexican San Andreas in the binder and a filler that's Nicaraguan and Pennsylvania broadleaf. There is a lot happening here. It's a very nice smoke, Fingers Malloy.
Yes, it is. And it's been, again, I know we've been harping on this lately, but very low maintenance. Been able to set the stick down, and it has not.
I don't think we're harping on low maintenance. I think we're cheering low maintenance.
You're correct. That's true. I just noticed recently, say in the last 6 months or so, smoking some cigars, not necessarily ones that we've reviewed, how it's turned into work sometimes instead of just being able to sit back, relax, and enjoy a cigar without constantly having to relight it or it's plugged and some of those things are clearly not the fault of the manufacturer. These things just happen sometimes. But this has been wonderfully low maintenance. For me, the wood is still there, that a little hint of chocolate, some black pepper, and that's about it for me so far. But that's plenty. This is a nice smoke.
So I was looking at some of the things about it, right? Some things about how the cigar is made and manufactured, and I was noticing that I did get this char off of it. And I'm like, does this remind me? Because Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust does the red meat lovers, and does it have that kind of feeling to it? And it does. I mean, that does have Nicaraguan in it. It does have broadleaf in it, so it could be a little bit of that. But it's a nice overall flavor. But I must say, I've seen people talk about getting anise off this cigar, getting raisin off this cigar, not anise. Now, raisin is an interesting way to discuss certain levels of sweetness, and I don't, since I'm not a raisin guy, I don't usually attribute in that way. What I will say is that if there was supposed to be a large spice hit from the Habano Rosado, I don't have it. I don't have it, or it is just very, very mellow as an overall part of the cigar. Again, I feel like I'm kind of weaving in and out from the char and with that cedar. There's just a light bit of spice. I get a tremendous amount of smoke. There's a good richness and a little bit of tobacco forward that's going on, but I don't get any spice hit. I don't really feel pepper.
Really?
Nah, man. And I can be told that I'm just drunk. I don't know, but I'm not yet. I don't feel it. Now, when you've got a 5x48, the same rules apply, right? Because this cigar 5 inches long, 48 ring gauge. What did you eat today? What did you drink today? What is the weather like? You put that in your notebook. Any notebook will do. Just make it yours. And then put it on the shelf when you're done and grab another one. Go back and review later on in the years that go by. What did you eat today? What did you drink today? What is the weather? That all affects your palate. And then break the cigar into thirds. First third, second third, final third. It doesn't matter if it's a 5-inch cigar or Churchill. Doesn't matter what it is. Same rules apply. And then what are the flavors you're getting out of it? What are the notes that you're getting? What is it that you're experiencing? When you try that cigar a month from now, 6 months from now, whatever it is, you do the same thing and you really try and get an idea looking at those notes of your through line. What is it that's actually moving you in the cigar? The question, Fingers Malloy, is this in your humidor? This comes in a box of 14.
Okay.
And this cigar is MSRP of $17.35.
A box of 14.
Being a 48, the question of how it could be packaged, presentation that Dunbarton was looking for. It could be a whole host of things. $17.35.
Oh, boy, I was hoping you were going to say $12 to $13. 17.
It's because it's a 5x48. That's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
So let me go first and answer the question. Yes, it is in my humidor.
Okay.
So far, now I have a lot more of the cigar to go. We're just in the first third of the cigar. I would argue that you got to be a few of these in over the course of a few months to really know where you're at and what you think. And this is the kind of thing, it's unique. I think it's special. I think that it's playing really beautifully and not always in the flavors I like, but I'm freaking digging the char, man. Mm-hmm. I did not know that was my thing. I like coffee. I like richness. I like fullness. I like that nutty cream we're talking about. The char thing is working for me in a very big way. And it does remind me a little bit, I don't know if Steve would agree or disagree, about the red meat lovers. It does. It's what it throws me back to. And I like that cigar. I like this cigar. And a box and a once in a while stick, sure. Now, could I do this weekly? Yes. Right now, based on what I'm getting, because it's not overspiced, I could do it weekly.
I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. This has nothing to do with the flavor profile or the construction.
You hate it.
Jeez.
It makes you sick.
It has everything to do with, this is a value conversation. And, man, we start $17, $18 a stick for the size of cigar. I'd have to think about it, and I have to get through the rest of the smoke before I would make a final decision on it. But
right.
You are...
And I can appreciate if it's not, right? It's not even a question of, hey, I can appreciate what it is, but I can also appreciate it's not mine. Right? I don't know why this works for me. Can I tell you, I was in Florida, January? I was in Florida in January. And I was in Bern, Rocky Patel's place.
Okay.
Bern down in Naples. And they had the Padron 50 year. I love the Padron 50 year. Not the Jose Padron, not the 80 years or other thing. The Padron 50 year is, to me, everything. And they had some, and I was going to get a cup, and I said, "Do you have a box?" And the guy looked at me like I had 9 heads. He goes, "You want a box?" I'm like, "If there's a box discount, I want a box." It's not a cheap cigar. I took out a second mortgage. I flew home with a box of 50 of the 50 year. Oh, go look in there. They're gorgeous. There's a natural and there's a Maduro. Both of them. All day. If I could make if I had, that kind of money, I'm in radio, I would smoke that cigar every day. It would be the only thing I smoked.
We reviewed that, didn't we?
Oh, sure have.
Yeah.
We absolutely have. I don't know if I can smoke this every day, but I'm absolutely digging the daylights out of it. I'm telling you, the wood mixed with the char, really interesting. Love it.
I am not disagreeing with you on any of your points. It's just when you start getting to $17, $18, $19,
I get it.
I have to think about it a little bit more. But, before you asked me that, I started talking about how wonderful the smoking experience has been so far. And it feels like it's getting more difficult sometimes to be able to find sticks that are low maintenance. So maybe I could talk myself into this.
You have brought this up more than once. You brought up the bands, which I think is just funny how bitter and angry you are. But you've brought up more than once the maintenance thing. Are you finding that your humidor is letting you down? Are you finding that cigars you think they've been issuematic?
I really can't say when it comes to my humidor because I've had one cigar out of my humidor in the last 3 months because of the weather. I just have not.
Oh, right. Okay.
Been wanting to go outside in 20-degree weather and smoke a cigar. I've just noticed from whether I'm going to lounges or, someone hands me a cigar and I have one, there's been a lot of, having to relight it. And I'm not one, you've seen me, I smoke way too quickly. I don't put my cigar down for 10 minutes and then pick it up and get upset that that's not still lit. So, and a lot of plugging issues. So lately that's been a thing for me.
I can appreciate it. If the answer is I just don't want to spend $17. I think it's a fine answer. But you're right. If you can spend a little bit, but know that you're going to have more quality time with the cigar, less work with it. Now you got to ask yourself where your value is in the flavor or in the experience.
Right. Which can make this a yes.
By the way, that's a good question for people. Where is the value? Keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. This Fingers Malloy is a stupid story.
You'll have to be more specific.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That's Fingers Malloy. Find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. And don't forget our books, Let's Go Bourbon and Let's Go BBQ, available at amazon.com. Let's Go Bourbon, the bourbon reader you've always needed, and Let's Go Barbecue, Let's Go BBQ, recipes, tips, and tales from the pit, available at amazon.com. Get yours today.
Both of those books have been reviewed online and have been, quote, the review has been not a stupid story for both of them.
Not a stupid story. Over there at tomsguide.com, this was the headline. And sometimes you realize that these websites that only we talk about, how are they making any money? Must all be AI. This can't be someone actually wrote this. Can't be.
I have no idea what you... Listen, you and I have talked previously about how I've been having problems with sleep lately.
Right.
And whenever I need sleep advice, I go to Tom's Guide because Tom is an excellent sleeper.
It's the same Tom from MySpace?
Yeah, he's had a lot of time on his hands. He takes lots of naps.
Here's the headline. I swear to you. Stop waking up at 3 a.m. I asked 5 doctors for their best sleep hygiene tips, and here's what they said. What?
Sleep hygiene.
Stop waking up at 3 a.m. Do they mean, like, what if you have to go to work? Like, what if you have to get up at 3 a.m. to go to work?
No,
How am I supposed to get
I think what they're saying is you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep.
Oh, that makes sense then. This woman claims that she has cut through the clutter and tracked down the experts. But there's a catch. What we're about to share, none of them are quick fixes.
Oh, are we even allowed to share this on the air?
I think we are. You want to look around? Yeah. Don't let the mattress people know. The key takeaway, step 1, lots of Benadryl.
Oh, yeah, talk about making the complex simple.
Right. And they say the key is to wash it down with NyQuil. At this moment, our lawyers would like to remind you that we are not medical professionals and you should not take medical advice from Eat, Drink, Smoke, nor anybody associated with Eat, Drink, Smoke. We're a silly show that talks about cigars, bourbon, and lifestyle, and we like to enjoy ourselves with a little bit of randy humor. Eat, Drink, Smoke is not for medical diagnoses. Please check with your doctor, pharmacist, or Google, because Google really understands how to take care of you.
And you know how he's serious? You know how you can tell? We get all of our medical advice from Tom's Guide.
We sure do. So here are the takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
Go to bed at the same time every night because your body learns when it's time to sleep. You do this, right?
No.
You're in bed every night, 7:15 p.m.
I wish that were the case. But no, unfortunately, as you know, I get up at 2 a.m. every morning for one of the 18 gigs I have. I'm exaggerating, but I do get up at 4:30 in the morning. You are an early riser as well.
That's because I have a morning radio show that is accurato.
So unfortunately, I don't know if you do this, but I've gotten accustomed to getting up early, knocking out the work for the day, and then getting home, and I can't help myself. I take a nap.
Oh, I do not.
Oh, I used to meditate, and that would get me
You
through.
used to do the transcendental meditation.
Yes.
And you're a believer.
Yes. And it used to get me through, and then I got into this awful habit of taking a nap, which, 15, 20 minutes, I'll feel great. And next thing you know, I look, and it's 2.5 hours.
So walk us through the TM. It's transcendental meditation.
So the TM, it's tough because to do true TM, you have to get with their people.
Is that right?
Yes, and go through a series of training. And I know the TM people right now are going to be screaming at the radio when I explain it. But
is that true?
Yes, they give you a mantra, a word that you repeat over and over again, and it helps clear your head because you're focusing on that word and that one word alone, and it will help push all of the outside.
Is this
world
a
out.
known word? Is this a word that exists in the language?
Here's the deal. It's a gibberish nonsense word, but you can't give it to you can't, technically you're not supposed to get it yourself because you'll relate to how you got that word other than the way the TM people do it, which is they assign you. So your whole thing. And I know people are going to be screaming right now because, the TM people are going to be like, that's not exactly the way it is. But basically, you don't want to associate that word with anything because that can start to bring outside worldly thoughts in.
Hold on 1 second. The lawyers of Eat, Drink, Smoke want you to know that we know absolutely nothing about transcendental meditation. Everything Fingers Malloy has said is probably made up from a fever dream for not going to bed at the same time every single night. Please do not pay any attention to what we're talking about regarding transcendental meditation. This is just Fingers with some ideas about how you might be able to better relax your mind. We're not trying to insult anybody. Please don't sue us. We don't have money. We're podcasters.
So anyway, TM.
Hold on. We are not Joe Rogan-style podcasters. We're the other podcasters. Thank you.
We're weekend radio hosts who happen to offer the radio show in podcast form after it hits a radio station near you.
The Eat, Drink, Smoke lawyers would like for me to apologize for calling us a podcast and not a radio show. Clearly, we are a radio show first that is also available as a podcast. We would hate for anyone to think that we would think of ourselves as lowly podcasters because all those people are losers. The lawyers have Eat, Drink. No, I'm done. I think I'm done with the gig.
I was really hoping you were going to throw in a patent pending for no reason whatsoever.
But you found that it worked?
Yes, I found that it worked for me. But then I stopped because I decided to take a nap one day, and now I'm in this vicious cycle where I come home from work, take a 2-hour nap, and then I'm up till midnight, and then I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning. So basically what I do is I take 2 naps every day, which is exactly the opposite of the advice that Tom's Guide gives us.
It's not healthy, man.
No.
That is not healthy.
And you look,
in the slightest.
and I know people look at me if you're watching us right now on YouTube, and they're saying to themselves, "He looks like he's in picture perfect health. How is this possible?"
Can we talk about your mullet?
What's wrong with my mullet? You're envisioning me right now
You
riding a white stallion on a beach.
God. Hold on, I just gotta get that image out of my head.
Try some TM.
Yeah. You chose the mullet.
No, the mullet chose me.
Is that right?
Yes, exactly. I've been trying to grow out the back of my my hair for a long time because I've never had long hair. At one point, Tony,
Well,
you
yeah.
had it down to the
Down
belt.
to the waist. Yes.
Wow. Not see, I've never had that. My hair has thinned considerably. So now my hair, I can actually grow it long instead of.
But you still have like the solid hairline.
Oh, yeah. It's just thinned. Before, 20, 30 years ago, if I tried to grow long hair, it would turn into an afro. It would curl right up, especially in this humidity.
I will tell you, I do a lot of TV stuff and a lot of video stuff. And lately, it is all about, look at the hairline. Dude, I go bald. I could care less.
I know.
It doesn't move me. I don't think about it. And when I look at it, like, yeah, it is a little higher than it used to be. I still have all my hair. Fine. If I go bald, I go bald. What do you want me to do? Get upset by it? And that's what the trolls are like. Oh, this is what we're going to mock him. Good Lord.
Yeah, I don't really care about that sort of thing. I may come in here next week and I'll shave my head and I'll be completely bald, or I'll have a mohawk. Right now, for the first time in 35 years, it's mullet town.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about mullet town.
This is like a shampoo commercial.
Yeah. He's just trying to let it. He's trying to like throw his hair back like he's a 19-year-old ingenue trying to impress the college quarterback.
For the folks that are watching on YouTube, if we could get a fan in here to constantly blow my hair back like in the wind, it'd be wonderful for them.
So there's this list of stupid tricks to sleep. We'll have it up at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. Keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Follow Eat Drink Smoke on social media, on Twitter at Go Eat Drink Smoke, on Facebook, facebook.com/Eat Drink Smoke, and Instagram at Eat Drink Smoke Podcast.
Hey, you made it all the way through to the end of this video. We're proud of you.
You should watch more of our videos. Make sure you subscribe right there to Eat, Drink, Smoke, wherever it is you get your videos, on YouTube, on Rumble, and don't forget Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast, where we've got the shorts and some very cool things going on.